Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Ray McCloud to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it's complete. It's Damian Williams.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run it with Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now Fields.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ben to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, Martin, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On 1st down, it's Fields. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Fields. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They snap it to Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get it.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Bird on the return.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The busy night continues for Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fields now to throw.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And this one is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Bird to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and 8.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 4th down, Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 15. 1:06 to play.
Here's Ben.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Roethlisberger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Robinson's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close.